I'm a very moral person, you're a very moral person, but we probably, our morality is probably based upon a sort of desire to avoid suffering, to try to do good, try to improve the welfare of humans and other sentient beings and try to reduce their suffering. And of course many religious people do the same thing, but religious morality has a great add-on, which is the idea of sin, which can be a personal thing, nothing to do with whether you're actually harming anybody. Homosexuality is a sin. All sorts of things. I mean, sexual field is a particularly fruitful one for examples. Religious holy books are filled with prohibitions. You're forbidden to this, you're forbidden to do that. Over and above, don't kill and don't cause suffering, which we could all agree with. But there are things like, don't have sex in such and such a way. Don't do things which are none of their business. That's the point. That for a religious person of a certain stripe, anyway, morality includes telling people what they should and should not do in private, when it has nothing to do with anybody else. And that, I think, is a kind of hallmark of religious morality, which is an add-on, it's bolted on to the kind of morality which is based on a concern for suffering, with a concern for sympathy, a concern for welfare, which I hope all of us have. Nobody nowadays actually defends most of the, not most, many of the moral injunctions that you'll find in either the Bible or the Quran. I mean, they're horrible, many of them, disgusting. And when you challenge religious people, they say, well, of course we don't make that anymore. We don't stone people to death, and you're allowed to break the Sabbath if you want to, and all that sort of thing. But having admitted that, they've then admitted that actually they're getting their morality from somewhere other than religion. They're getting it from a moral consensus which is secular, which develops through historical time, through changes in public mores, through books and articles and speeches and journalism and conversations. All these things add up to what I've called in The God Delusion the changing moral zeitgeist. The shift from accepting slavery as the norm to slavery as something deeply wicked. We've all of us moved on in that way, religious and non-religious. It's nothing to do with religion. You can point to individuals who led the fight against slavery, some of whom are religious, some of whom are not. That's not the point. They didn't get it from religion. Because if you look at the holy books, if you look at the teachings of religion, they are not, they're clearly not where we get this shifting moral zeitgeist from. So wherever else we get our morality from, it's not from religion. Religion sometimes incidentally happens to go along with it, sometimes it doesn't. Insofar as you can find books of the Bible or verses in the Bible which conform to this moral zeitgeist, then you pick and choose those ones and throw out the nasty ones, like stone people to death when they break the Sabbath.